not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night.
No power in the verse can stop me.
What's going on, guys? My name is Elden Hero, and welcome to episode 31. I fucked that up already, haven't I?
That was really bad. But
yay! Let's roll with it.
It's the first episode of 2015. How excited are you?
Average.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would bode a lot better for us if we had a topic.
And wanted to be here.
And wanted to be
Cared
here.
at all.
Yeah, a lot has happened in 2015 so far. There have been 14 days of it, all of which have been rubbish, and it looks like this year is going to be even worse than last year. What do you guys think to that?
Yeah.
Can we yell mulligans and have our 15 back? You know, that's a golf thing. In golf, you get to yell mulligans and you get to take a shot again.
Yeah, I've got a reference.
Did you? Oh,
I didn't. Thanks for explaining it.
Cheers, man.
You've never played golf, have you?
I played on GTA a few
Yeah,
times.
but I imagine you'd be just as terrible at that as you are in real life.
I tell you what, I used to play golf as a kid. My cousin Dara, you've met Dara,
Yeah.
Jack. He's been on the Midnight Hour on episode 5, and he lives on a lot of land down the country. And we used to play golf, and playing golf with him is we stand out in a field and strike the ball as hard as possible, and you win when you hear a window smash. Because all the houses near him were miles away, and there was one just across the field that is owned by some Russian billionaire. So if we smashed his windows, we won at golf basically. But the house has a helipad, so I think if any of us won, we would have also been shot down and killed.
I believe that's what they're trying to change golf to this year.
Yeah.
They're trying to spice it up. It's just, you sort of turn around from the tee and just look at the nearest window or person.
Yeah, when you actually do smash a window, then Stone Cold Steve Austin's music plays and you just start drinking loads of beers on the course.
Nice.
That's what happens. Yeah, no, golf, I would watch golf if it was good, but it's not, so there you go, I don't watch it. I'm gonna offend a lot of people.
No, golf isn't a fun thing. I watch the major tournaments, but I would never watch a random game of golf.
Yeah.
I do play it quite a lot. So.
Not enough action.
Like snooker, I've watched snooker a few times.
Why would you do that?
The finals. No, I've watched, the final game of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Whatever they have in snooker. And, it's alright if you know what's happening, you finally learn the rules and everything and you watch it. You do get that sort of, ooh, that was close. Sort of like darts as well. But then, any other time, you're watching it and it's just, why am I doing this with my life?
Yeah. It's a
I
fun.
don't know. I'm not really, I don't really like sports anyway, though, to be fair. I barely even like football at the moment. Just...
I think football can be like that though. If you're just watching West Brom versus Hull or something, and then you get 60 minutes into it and it's 1-1, and you're like, why am I even here?
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting how Americans, when they watch football, they don't like it because it's not as action-packed. But then I've tried to watch NFL and it's 45 minutes of adverts.
Yeah. Then there's a break, and then the referee throws a flag in, and they take a 15-minute break. And then there's a guy who runs on the pitch and kicks for a bit.
You kind of have to appreciate the sport to enjoy it, I think.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And I'm not really interested in appreciating anything. I remember once watching the Super Bowl final where the lights went out and The Undertaker came out, but it was that one match was 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
And I was just alright, this isn't good. I'm not having fun here. This isn't what I signed up for. But yeah, I don't know. What out of all the televised sports, what are the ones that you watch?
Hockey. I watch hockey now.
Really?
I'd like to watch hockey. I'd say that's.
I think that's probably a really good sport to see live, don't you think? Hockey seems like a good.
Yeah, I go and watch my local team. It's an amazing sport. It really is. This is ice hockey, by the way, not gay land hockey.
Land hockey. I think that is the technical name. Yeah.
Land hockey.
A bunch of guys ice skating together to see who has the best choreography is definitely less gay than gay land hockey.
Gay land hockey. I might call it that from now on.
Yeah, to be fair, land hockey is to ice hockey what rugby is to American football, right?
I don't like people when people don't like American football because it's they say they wear too much safety equipment, but I'd love to see someone.
Yeah, they still have more like deaths due to concussion.
I'd love to see anyone who says that go into a fucking game, play it, and get tackled by a 300-pound, 6'9" bloke.
Yeah,
and not be affected by it.
I know, yeah. I don't like, but like you see all the reports and that over the years of fucking NFL players that commit murder suicides and all, and it's all because their brain has melted into
it's all to do with brain injuries. Yeah,
soup. Yeah, so it's obviously that equipment isn't even sufficient to keep these murderous creeps.
That's how OJ got off, isn't it? They just claimed that he was like he fell too many times.
That case is mental, but
I just meant that.
That's why, weirdly enough, that's why Kim Kardashian is as famous.
Yeah, that is the reason she's famous.
Yeah, because her dad is the lawyer who got
defense lawyer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also that Cochran had a big part to play. I think he was the main defense, wasn't he, Cochran? And then the Kardashian guy was on the. I don't really care.
At first, I thought you said cock ring. I was going to say, what's that got to do with it?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah.
I honestly thought that's what you said at the start.
Did you honestly think that's what I said?
Talking of honest, new single by Codaline.
Yeah, buy it now. It's not out yet.
That's
you can't
seamless.
buy it now, but buy it soon. It's gonna be a good one.
On YouTube, also on YouTube.
Yeah, check out Eldeniro 90. And the Midnight Hour, this podcast that you're listening to right now. If you're listening to this and you haven't heard of my channel, then that's kind of weird, though. Isn't it?
Yeah.
How else would they get there?
Yeah.
You could get there by accident, I guess.
Possibly. Let me ask you a question. What was the weirdest thing you got for Christmas this year?
That is a tough one.
Oh, I got as a joke gift. My mum bought me a colouring book because she thought while they cook lunch and stuff, I could like sit at the table and be distracted and not get in the way. And didn't work because I gave the colouring book to my cousin and got involved anyway. So fuck them.
Jokes on her.
And Christmas was ruined. Hey, no, it wasn't.
Let's introduce our guest who's late but joining us right now, Justin.
Oh my god!
Where's Brittany?
Oh my god! It was Jack, and he's just joined, and his internet has kicked him out of the car.
Classic Jack.
No, it is Justin Timberlake. He's just agreed to only come on the show if he doesn't have to say anything. So, weirdest thing I got right was this. I got a Mr. Men like deodorant / shower gel combination, and it's the Mr. Grumpy one. I don't know why someone got me Mr.
Yeah,
Grumpy.
you're usually so chilled and like you kind of let everything go, don't you?
But, the deodorant on it is just like it's a can of deodorant and a cap, like the lid, but there's no way of getting the deodorant out of the can. You know what I mean? Like, you know how on Lynx you press down the little button, or on some of them like this one I have in my hand here, you turn it down and then it sprays out like that. Shouldn't have done that.
I kind of feel like it's a really good troll to make you Mr. Grumpy because you can't actually use it.
I don't know, but like
that is weird though. I get a combination every fucking year.
Yeah, we all do. I have a No Fear one as well. Remember No Fear, the fucking skateboarding brand clothes? I have one of them.
Fucking hell, I forgot about them.
Aftershave in it. Yeah, I didn't know they did aftershave, but I
still existed.
But the deodorant thing is mad because when you take the lid off it, right, and you know you've got the little white thing sticking out of it, poking out of it, and you press down on it, like it comes out, but it comes out onto your finger. Like there's no way of actually getting the spray out of the can.
It's just
like a weird foam thing that you've got instead of.
No, because it smells like deodorant. Like it's really, you can tell there's alcohol or whatever it is in there. Like, but it's so fucked up that it just doesn't spray anything anywhere. Yeah,
maybe it's so
it kinda
meta
is
that it's
genius.
because it's Mr. Grumpy. It's just like, fuck it, ain't gonna work. You know.
Yeah, that's the best theory, I think.
Yeah.
But it's very, very odd. So a colouring book.
I've come in at a very odd point in the conversation.
Hello,
Talk about
Jeff.
favourite gifts.
Hello.
Elle got deodorant and Jack Loosemore got a colouring book.
Oh, I got Woody from Toy Story Bubble Bath.
You got Wood.
That's a good one.
Nice.
It is a
That is
cracking
good.
gift, to be honest. The thing is that really puts me off. It's green, and I'm not a big fan of the colour green. That's my only real complaint
why not?
about it, to be honest. I don't know, it's just not my jam.
Were you attacked by a leprechaun when you were a kid?
Yes, I was, yeah.
That makes sense, adds up.
It's usually that.
Yeah.
It adds up.
We've all been
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what, right? I was away for a couple of days, and I got back today, and I got into my room, and I was the only one in the house, and I turned the light in my bedroom on, and I sat down, and my PlayStation turned itself on and spat out FIFA 14, the disc in it, and my controller was on the other side of the room. Like, it turned itself on, spat a disc out, and wouldn't stop beeping. What, has that ever happened? to
You're
any
right,
of
that
you?
is a cool story.
No, it hasn't.
That has never happened to me.
No,
either.
yeah, my electronics aren't possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what
sure
it
this
was.
isn't a weird, creepy ghost story that you're telling us? You'll be dead soon.
Three spooky,
Yeah, no, I'm
three
pretty
spooky
sure it's
5 me.
Mm.
Gonna put it on creepy pasta.
Oh god, don't. That'll give people
Yeah,
nightmares.
did you ever read a creepypasta? That fucking white text on a black background makes me blind. I can't
Yeah.
read that shit. It's so fucking hard. I have to like copy them out and put them into a notepad or something if I want to read them. Not having it at all. But we talk about the elephant in the room here because
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
really
not
big
kind
and
of way to-
Jack didn't put on that much weight over Christmas.
no, but seriously, will we talk about the Charlie Hebdo thing, or has that been sort of bled dry?
I think we can talk about it.
What?
It's still relevant.
It's very weird. Like, on one hand, it's really good that all these people are speaking out about free speech and everything now, but isn't it really weird that all of these, like, fucking important government officials and leaders of countries who imprison people for their free speech have turned up to protest in favour of free... Like, what's that about? That's very odd.
Anything when a politician gets involved in something like this, they don't want to get involved. They do it because they have to, because they need to be voted. They need to be voted.
Yeah,
If they don't, if they don't come out and say something about it, then it'll come up in the next election or something. That's the only reason political people will ever stand up to these sort of things.
There was a really good a French guy with a billboard or a placard or whatever holding it up while he was protesting, and it said, "I'm confused and conflicted too, but I'm protesting anyway." And it's like, that's kind of how I feel about it as well. Like, all these people who are notorious for imprisoning bloggers and fucking giving them lashes and everything just for what they say about the state that they live in.
I have noticed that the people on Facebook have been worse than ever nowadays. About killing Muslims and stuff like that.
It's meant, like, I kind of think that the jihadists, like the real extreme terrorist types, are actually doing that on purpose, because they know that people are stupid enough to turn against an entire fucking religion for the acts of a couple of people. So when they do that, they are kind of winning in a way, because people are like, oh, we need to get these Muslims out. Like, it's... I don't understand how you can criticize an entire religion for it, because... Like, I'm Irish, and none of you say to me, like, yeah, well, what about when the IRA bombed my city? Like, as if that would be my fault.
That's what it is. Like, it's the acts of a few are completely warping people's opinions of the whole religion.
It's because of the weak-minded people who don't see the bigger picture. They just see, one Muslim and then just group them all together.
There's people saying let's bomb the Middle East. It's like, that's the most short-sighted solution to anything I've ever heard of.
It's like stupidity. The stupidity just breeds more stupidity.
Pretty much. But you get people like Bill Maher going out and saying it's a fucking... It's about the religion itself. Like, Bill Maher really believes that, Islam is this sort of... that it preaches hate and that it teaches people to do stuff like that. And for the most part, from what I understand, it doesn't. Like, when you think of Muslims in general, I think people think of people wearing turbans in the desert, but like Malaysia and Indonesia are Muslim countries that are quite progressive.
I don't know, but some of the greatest people of our time have been. I mean, Muhammad Ali's a Muslim, and nobody goes, fucking, let's get Muhammad Ali. No one's doing that, are they?
It's people like extremists. It's their take on what the religion tells them to do, or the Quran tells them to do.
Exactly, and if Islam didn't exist, it would be something else. It would be nationalism that would make them do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's their own fucking
It's the people who do it are just easily brainwashed people, because it's preached by other people.
Like Everlast from House of Pain converted to Islam, but I say we kill him for different reasons.
Yeah,
being in House of Pain.
No, House of Pain were great, but his solo stuff was not so great. And he also tried to diss Eminem once, which we're just not having. We're all big Eminem fans, probably. I don't know.
We're white.
But yeah, the whole like does it? They're bringing in all these new laws now about surveillance laws because in the wake of these killings. And it makes everybody, like, it's always divided into two sets of insane people, and the first set is like, yeah, do it, get rid of all the Muslims, and then the other set is like, oh no, they're doing this to control our minds, and like, the people who think that, like, Bush brought down the towers, and those types of people.
Wait, what? Bush? Bush did do the towers. It was an inside job.
He flew one of the...
Jet fuel can't melt solid steel. I googled
he was flying one of the planes.
Yeah, he was flying one of the planes.
Yeah.
But
I've seen him parachute
out.
out.
One that completely missed and just went straight through the middle, because that's how shit he is.
Yeah, he was aiming for the White House and up in fucking Florida at a school.
Yeah.
On his feet in the classroom.
Yeah, ended up in Florida.
Classic
Bush.
Yeah.
What else is something else that kind of is a huge fucking cunty symptom of something like this is the far right groups are getting a lot of momentum now, like UKIP and across, what is it, in Sweden apparently in like March or something like that, they're going to have a conservative government, and Croatia have just voted in a far right party, and UKIP are obviously gaining some small...
It's kind of happening all over Europe, isn't it?
UKIP are now known as a major party.
How bad is that? They have no policies.
They have one guy that anyone's heard of as well.
Yeah, Nigel Farage. But like, all of their policies are about immigrants. Like, they think that everything in the world is the result of immigrants. Like, you think if you go and start closing off your borders and make your country entirely white and British, that it's going to be in any way different or better? Like, what are you hoping for in that?
They've gone over the easiest thing to get them votes. They've gone after that, and that's it.
That's sad.
But they know that the working class predominantly are the least educated, and therefore the most likely to be swayed into thinking what they want them to think, if that makes sense. So
yeah, the people who are so against immigration and stuff like that, they're fucking thick. They are thick as shit, and they will believe what people tell them.
I know. You never really see an intelligent person make a cohesive argument against immigration.
Yeah.
Like, it's really difficult to actually do. I saw one good argument against immigration once, and it was somebody who said that they want to live in a multicultural society, and immigration is threatening that because of the rate of Muslims that are coming in, because there's going to be more Muslims than anything else, that it won't be as diverse anymore. But that still seems to me like... Yeah, no, I want to... It still seems to me like I'm not racist.
That seems like an underhand way. That's an underhand way of saying, I don't mind Muslims, but if I could not have so many here...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I get from that as well. You never hear a good argument against it, like, that doesn't derive from some sort of hate-filled speech or some sentimental bullshit about fucking how great your country is and how proud you are to be from your country and all that nonsense. Like, I don't get it. It's bizarre.
I mean, the people who vote for UKIP, I imagine they probably don't have an IQ above sort of anywhere near 3 figures.
And when they try and spell IQ, they spell UKIP,
yeah.
So it's pretty bad for them overall. Did you see that thing that was in the Independent about maybe 2 months, maybe even more than that, where it was like 2 separate polls that were opinion polls from the same people, same group, and one was like, do you think that people from the EU should have the right to freely move to England whenever they want. And it was like, I don't know, like 60-something% no. But then it was like, do you think that as an English person you should be allowed to move anywhere you want within the EU? And it was like 70% yes or something.
I mean,
like that.
Doesn't surprise me.
There's the difference in that is that there's more reason for people to come to our country than there is for us to go to another country. I was having a conversation
true.
with a mate the other day. If UKIP got in charge, I'd leave this country. I honestly would leave this country.
I'd hate to live in any country that was run by a far right group.
Because you're never going to get a fair government. You're never going to get a government that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but I don't know how much it would really affect me where I am anyway, to be honest, even if I had a far right government.
It's the fact that they will have no idea how to run a country.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not to do with what they believe in. It's the fact that they'd get asked about a certain issue, like a local issue, and they wouldn't have a fucking clue what to do about it.
That's another thing that's weird, is that they'd still have to maintain ties with countries that are, predominantly Muslim. Like, I think I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's true or not, or if I've misread it, but apparently, like, Saudi Arabia is the biggest Muslim country in the world, and the reason that the US never says anything bad about them on, like, Fox News or anything, well, Fox News apparently is mostly owned by a Saudi Arabian businessman, but obviously Saudi Arabia and the US are allies, so they don't say anything bad about Islam when they're talking about stuff like that. Like, they don't say in Saudi Arabia women can't even drive or stuff like that because they're allies. But they'll turn around and be like, yeah, well, in Iraq and Afghanistan, as if that's...
Yeah, but that also fuels their agenda on Obama and stuff, doesn't it? The fact that...
Yeah, it's mental how much he gets...
Fox News are hilarious.
Did you see that thing they said
Birmingham.
about how Birmingham is 100% Muslim, and there are areas in London where there's Muslim police who
and
are
it's like some
street.
areas are no-go zones for white people. Yeah.
Yeah. Birmingham is a non-white area.
I've been to Birmingham. One of my mates lived in Birmingham, and he's white and Irish.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but to be fair, there's no-go zone. I'm white, and there's white areas of London that I wouldn't go in, and I'm white. It's just like, it's not because of race and it's not because of colour. I wouldn't go there because it's a fucking shithole.
name the place you're talking.
Yeah, no.
You say Essex, I'll fucking kill you.
Essex isn't a part
That's
of
not
London.
a white area anyway. That's an orange area.
Ew. Come.
But yeah, I've been to Birmingham several times, and what actually struck me about Birmingham during one of my visits was the diversity there. Like, there's some old guy in a pub was talking about the gay rights parade and how great that is, and like,
was he a gay person?
No, he wasn't at all, and he said that several times. He's got that.
I don't mind
thing
them,
where
but I
he
just
has
want to reiterate, I'm not one of them.
That's the entire second verse of "Same Love" by Macklemore.
That is the
right
second
there.
verse.
It's pretty much exactly that. Speaking of Macklemore, the Grammys must be coming up soon, are they?
Probably not. Are they? I don't know. Didn't they just happen?
I'm pretty sure Macklemore won that thing in the Grammys.
He won
last
that
year.
most Macklemore-y thing of the year.
Most Macklemore of the year.
Yeah.
It was January, wasn't it?
Imagine it's a beginning of a year thing.
February 8th it is.
Yeah, so it's the week. I think it's actually the week before the Oscars. The Oscars go after.
Isn't the Oscar nominations coming out tomorrow?
Soon, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow, the entire list of it. We should have fucking done this tomorrow then. The Grammys,
Grammys, Song of the Year, Shake It Off. Album of the Year, 1989.
Best female artist, Kanye West.
Yeah. Hands down. Who's going to win Best Male Artist? Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
The Macklemore isn't in any of the rap categories, which is pretty good. But best rap album is between the new classic by Iggy Azalea, Because the Internet by Childish Gambino, Nobody's Smiling by Common, Marshall Mathers LP 2, Oxymoron by Schoolboy Q, and then Black Hollywood by Wiz Khalifa. None of those really jump out.
It would be because
I'm a big fan of Because of the Internet, but
yeah, I like.
I don't really get into Childish Gambino. Like, I don't really think he's. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't think he's bad. I can't I don't really enjoy listening to him. I thought that Schoolboy Q album was pretty good though. But I think I have a horrible feeling it's going to be Iggy or Gambino that'll win that, I reckon. If Eminem wins it, you know it's a fucking farce anyway.
If he wins it, it's because he's Eminem.
Yeah.
Because Rap God was semi-big.
If it's Iggy Azalea and for 2 years in a row a white person has won like the best rap album over other, like, that's gonna be really bad because Iggy Azalea and Macklemore are not representative of rap music at all in any way. Like, they're just like, I don't know, they've jumped on a bandwagon or something to get to it.
I think Sam Smith will probably win Best New Artist.
Yeah, what the fuck is the deal with his album? Sold like 5
Massive,
billion copies, I think.
Who did?
How does that happen? Sam Smith.
Oh yeah, he's got a good voice. I'll give him that.
He's like a dead male singer.
He reminds me of me.
I saw him live in the summer. He was alright. Bit boring though. Like,
he's kind of he kind of reminds me of someone who wouldn't have much stage presence. Like,
yeah, no, he was alright. Like, in that sense, I don't know. Like, yeah, his entire set was just him singing a song, really, and you can't really do much with that, can you?
Should we tell people about what we might be planning to do in London?
Yeah, sure. You can.
You tell him. That's your idea.
When was it
What's
my
your
idea?
I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
Right, on like February 17th, Codeline are playing a gig at Camden Roundhouse, and I was thinking that we should all go to the gig and somehow find a way to record a live episode of the Midnight Hour where we're all together.
At the gig?
And go to the gig.
Oh, I thought you meant record at the gig.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good idea. Maybe we could use their tour bus or something. I don't know. I'll ask Steve if there's some backstage.
Could we not, like, while we're there, like, have Codeline on the podcast? That'd be...
No.
a guest appearance from Codeline that involves hello, we're Codeline. Alright, goodbye. Codeline.
Yeah, and then they just leave. That's it. Yeah. Special guest Codeline. They say hello and then just piss off.
No, Steve just goes, "We're a band called Codeline. Thanks for coming out. Cheers," and then walks off.
The Midnight Hour. No, we'll do it on stage and just sort of delay the gig for an hour or so.
We'll be the support.
We'll be the warm-up act.
Oh, does that mean I got
hello, Camden Roundhouse. Welcome to the Midnight Hour.
Yeah.
Just one guy at the back.
There'll be at least 10 subscribers of mine at that show.
Unfortunately,
only one of
3 of them are going to be in there.
Listen to this.
Yeah, 3 of them will be us. Yeah, but still, I can't subscribe to myself. So
believe it, you've tried.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. Oh, I've tried. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? I don't know if I'll be at the gig, so in all honesty. The way I'm spending money at the moment, I don't know if I'll make it to that gig. It's on a fucking Tuesday as well.
Yeah, it's the worst thing.
Awkward. It's on Pancake Tuesday.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I've got obligations on Pancake Tuesday.
Who doesn't have obligations on Pancake Tuesday?
We'll revisit that idea. If not, they're playing a load of shows. We'll go to
Yeah,
one.
we'll go to Japan or something.
Yeah. The Midnight Hour, Tokyo edition. Except it's not us, it's like 4 like cartoon panda bears talking about stuff while an octopus surveys
and a massive gong starts the podcast.
I mean, it's maybe obvious. I haven't really thought this through too much yet.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
It's still in the early stages.
Personally, I just can't wait for the Midnight Hour Tokyo Drift, so... You know.
That's gonna be a good one. I love, like, do you ever watch that movie and just be like, at the very start when it has that guy and he's in school and it's like, why is he 35 and in school? Like, that makes no sense to me. He is way too old to be there.
He just, like, it's like they didn't even try and find a bloke who looks like he should be in school. It was like, he looks sort of like he could drive.
Yeah. That guy looks like Sam Worthington's son. Like, you know, he's got the exact charisma of him and it's very, very odd to me.
You mean no charisma, right?
No charisma at all, yeah. I watched Donnie Darko last night, and that kind of had the same thing. Like, Jake Gyllenhaal did not look like a school child at all in that. He looked like 25.
Yeah, you can definitely see it at some points where you've just got clear 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, mate, at least try shaving.
To be fair, I remember when I was in school and there was like some people in like when I was in like second year and people are there with big beards and I was just like, I fucking hate you so much, you scumbags.
I couldn't grow facial hair till I was
You're growing
19.
yours now still, aren't you?
But yeah, no, I haven't shaved since school, but I've got a decent beard going. No, I shave every Sunday. Well, I trim it every Sunday. But what's really annoying about my beard is it doesn't grow like under, you know, like under your bottom lip, between there and your chin.
Yeah.
There's like all this space that nothing happens in, but then I've loads of beard around. Like,
This is the weirdest conversation.
Oh no, see, I can't
remember
grow.
my first beard.
Yeah, I remember my first puffer jacket.
can you grow a beard,
Yeah.
Lismore?
I did a little bit as well.
Nah, I'm not having that. I seen you with a little bit of beard actually.
Yeah, I don't. I get a 5 o'clock shadow, but like 4 weeks after I shave.
Yeah.
I've got one right now.
What, from this morning?
Did you since you
No, I
pressed-
actually shaved. I shaved earlier, but I bet I've got one now. That's because I've got dark hair.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I have like 4 chest hairs. And
I've got dark hair, so it doesn't show too much.
you don't have dark hair.
I'm trying to lie.
He said convincingly.
I'm trying to reinvent myself.
Beards are really popular now. What's
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yep.
That's the whole beard and top knot phenomenon.
Oh, top knot.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
not
talk
a
about the top
fan of
knot.
that thing.
Let's talk about
I don't know.
We talked about
Yeah.
that already.
That's all.
I'm still confused as to when it happened.
Yeah, who did it? What made it what it is?
Yeah.
Like the ice gem, that was probably Joey Essex, wasn't it?
Remember the V? Do you guys remember the V?
Oh, what, down the back of the hair, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. What was going on then?
I don't know.
Society.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
I saw a bloke with a stunning mullet earlier today, though.
Oh.
I think
Good.
mullets should make a comeback. It was great.
You described the bloke
No.
as stunning.
Yes, yeah, I did. What's your point?
I don't know. I'd have to pull off a mullet.
I can't imagine you with a mullet.
Really?
I can't imagine you with any hair that isn't the tennis ball haircut you have.
Tennis ball haircut.
Tennis ball haircut.
Yeah, it's like really short the whole way around.
so
like
your
tennis ball.
business at the front and business at the back, Jack. Yeah.
Tennis ball haircut. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like you know when you're holding a tennis ball in your hand and it's just the same consistency the whole way around.
Yeah, it's called having a
That's
decent
what your
haircut.
hair is.
A decent barber.
No, it's not. You don't know anything about a decent haircut.
I've seen your fucking haircut.
When did this turn into hair chat?
I don't know.
I've seen your fucking haircut.
Shortly after Jack started talking about gay land hockey.
Land hockey. Amazing.
What?
Yeah, you missed
I
it.
just remember
It was
Jack.
some-
I just remember Jack, wasn't it? Gay land hockey. It's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this for too long, 'cause it's literally the most boring thing in the world that isn't talking about football to a taxi driver. But what's the weather like where you are at the moment? Because like it's really bad here, but it's also the same as it is every single year. And every time I look at the news, they show me like you know when you have Windows Media Player on and the graphics are moving with that weird sort of trippy equalizer.
Yeah. Like the
thing.
yellows and the greens and shit.
Yeah, so they show me that is basically attacking my
Yeah.
country, and this is meant to scare me, and they keep on coming up with like the polar vortex, which that's not a thing that has ever happened anywhere outside of Siberia. What did they call it recently? The weather bomb.
Yeah, weather bombing.
Yeah, like there's not enough terrorism at the moment, so we're gonna just take what they do and apply it to what's happening to the planet anyways.
Well, it's
Weather
the
bomb, like-
sensationalizing of weather now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long until we get attacked by Hurricane Bin
Yeah.
Laden?
I mean, is there ever a year where it's not going to be the worst winter on record?
Yeah, that's true.
It's so bizarre. Like I don't understand why they feel the need to do that. I kind of feel like the media is changing so much, and they always put some poor fucker, usually a Scottish guy, on some pier out in the middle of nowhere
To
in-
prove
in-
that
in
it's
the
cold
north,
and wet. Yeah.
Yeah, and the wave comes up over the pier like it does every day when it's raining for the last 150 years. But it does it this time. It's on TV, and it's like, it's fucking cold out here. Like it's.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
get it
just
at
don't
all.
understand that. Like, I believe you. It's the news. I believe that it's
Yeah,
wet and
yeah.
windy. I don't need to see a poor bloke stood there in a fucking, in a fucking rain jacket with the hood up, going, "Yeah, it's really windy."
Yeah.
Well, I don't need that.
It's-
Like, just go.
it's wet outside.
It's quite
See?
windy. Yeah. Like, look out the window. Are the trees moving? Yeah, it's probably quite windy. Like,
I mean,
I don't
it's. We didn't have snow here last year at all.
We
Like
didn't.
throughout the winter, we didn't have
No.
any snow, but it was still supposed to be the worst winter on record.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
more
yeah.
to do with flooding, wasn't it?
yeah,
I think.
there was
It always
tons of
floods in the
flooding
UK.
last year.
We love
Yeah.
a good flood.
This,
But like, you get a
Love
lot
this.
of rain in Ireland, don't you?
yeah.
Like was it raining today?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had
it's
rain.
down.
We didn't have rain today.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
I did.
I did.
Well,
I was in town yesterday and it snowed for about 40 seconds. It was pretty bad. Had to walk through it.
That must have been traumatising for you.
yeah.
Even though
What did the police say?
They just they said they'll find them.
Oh, good.
They said they're gonna catch him.
We'll find that snow that
Oh,
melted
yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, snow's weird for me because 10 years ago it was the best thing in the world. Now it's just once you're working, once you've got a normal life, it's just in the way, and it's just annoying.
It's mad how you like kids get let off school now when it snows. But like I remember one day in my school when I was in 5th class, which is when you're like
It's the one after fourth class.
10. Yeah.
Great banter.
Just before 6th.
It's when you're like 10, I think, or maybe 11, and the building I was in, these cunts went down on the weekend and smashed every window in the entire building, and we had to, in the winter time, like have class in the freezing cold, sitting at our desks. Like they wouldn't give us the day off for that, but when a pipe freezes, sure enough, like, you can't just have class with your jacket on. No, you have to be let off school. That's crazy. I want those days back from my life, like, you know.
Can they reimburse you? I think they can, can't they? They could just.
Yeah, they give you days. Yeah, they get in contact with
Yeah.
the government and they say, here, this
Yeah,
guy
give
is owed
him a
days,
day
man."
off.
Yeah.
We fucked up when we was earlier. Yeah.
Speaking of making it rain, I really wish I had something about money to talk
You really
about.
wish you had money?
Yeah. Speaking of making it rain, I am so broke after Christmas. Yeah, you wouldn't even believe it.
Talk about New Year's Eve.
But,
What did you do?
New Year's Eve. I actually had a really good New Year's Eve.
I didn't see Codeline. Did you go to that one?
Yeah. Did oh man, I went. I was with my girlfriend and she's never seen Codeline before.
Oh shit.
And like, you know the way I know all the, like, I've been to like 100 Codeline concerts or something, so I know everything that's gonna happen. And All I Want came on, and I just said to her, I was like, you're about to see some really cringe-worthy shit going on at the moment from couples, and that's just from me. All the other people will be worse. I'm kidding. So she kept an eye out and kept pointing out like terrible things, and there was this one couple like quite close to us who the guy was singing the words of All I Want to the girl while Steve was singing it live on stage, and she was crying, like, because, and I was like my girlfriend said she's crying, and I was like, wow, he must be breaking up with her or really bad at singing or something. But no, she was crying because he was singing the words to her and she thought that was so romantic, and I was like, that is the most cringeworthy thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's made me wet just
But,
thinking about it.
Yeah. Nah, it was good New Year's Eve though. Other than that, yeah, getting a taxi back to our hotel was a fucking nightmare.
Why?
But what can you do? Just being in Dublin City New Year's Eve, everybody looking for a taxi. I swear to God, right? If I were to film a zombie apocalypse movie, I would never hire any extras. I just go to Dublin City on New Year's Eve at about 3 a.m. and just record everybody. I've never seen like my country look like such a state collectively. Every single person in it just walking around like a zombie. It was madness. But yeah, what did you guys do?
I went to town. It was alright. Expensive, but it always is.
London City?
Nah,
like?
I know town near me.
Oh,
Essex town.
Yo,
Nah.
No.
That's the end of mine. I went to town. That's it.
Yeah. Did you see any snow? And I don't mean the snow that falls from the sky.
Then yes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, so there's a little inside joke that no one else will get, hopefully, even though it's not that too difficult to decipher. What'd you do, Loosemore? Okay, what'd you do, Jack?
I went and stood on a hill, and
Right.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I live near. Yeah, I should really expand on that.
Yeah.
Live near one of the highest points, natural points in London. So I went and stood on top of there and watched the fireworks at the London Eye from on top of a hill
You,
All right.
Oh, you
with
went.
my girlfriend. So it was romantic and shit.
You spent New Year's Eve with your girlfriend.
Gay.
Gay. Yeah, I know. Gay.
Um,
What about you, Luzmo?
yeah,
I was not there a minute ago because I got cramp in my legs.
Because they were
Cramp.
Because
I did
cramp in
genuinely.
your
I'm
legs.
sat here with my legs in the air and I got cramp in my leg and I had to take my headphones off because I didn't want to swear on the podcast. I don't know.
why are your legs in the air?
You didn't want to swear on the
I find this
podcast.
comfortable.
You didn't want to swear on the podcast as if that's the most polarising thing one of us has ever done on
Yeah,
it.
I know. Yeah, I didn't want to swear out
Yeah.
of turn. Like I would say fuck if it was like in the conversation, but just a random fuck. I was drawing the line at that. I didn't want to do that.
We briefly mentioned Jack's cocaine habit, and you're just afraid to swear.
Oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Yeah. No, but I'm back now. What was the question?
What did you do on New Year's?
Not a lot. Well, I went out to the pub, and then that was boring, so we left. And we didn't know what to do, so I came home and watched Expendables 3 and went to bed at 23:59.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah. Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah.
Wow, and you managed to wake up on New Year's Day?
Well, I had work anyway, so.
Fucking hell. That's the worst story of all time.
Yeah, your life makes me sad.
Should I have lied?
Yeah.
I went to Edinburgh
With
with Russell Crowe. Yeah.
He's a good guy, but he just would not shut up about beats. God, I don't care.
Yeah, and his film The Gladiator. I was like, enough, Russell, enough. We get it. You were in Gladiator. Calm down.
Yeah, Gladiators. Oh my God, have you guys seen that Exodus movie?
No, not yet.
I really, really want to see it. Like, it looks amazing. I went to see, when I went to see Interstellar, I went with my girlfriend, right? And the trailer for Exodus came on, and like, I don't know if you have seen the trailer, but it shows like fucking thousands of locusts like swarming, a few people and like ripping their skin off and all, and like it shows the parting of the Red Sea with giant motherfucking waves and everything like that, and it shows like desert plains, and it's very fucking cinematic. And I said to her, like, we should definitely go see that, and she's like, oh yeah, it looks really good. And then like 2 days later I said to her, like, oh, we should go see that Exodus movie, and she's like, what movie's that? And I was like, you know, the one that had the trailer with Christian Bale, and I was like, we should go see that, the Bible one. And she's like, nah, I don't know. And I was like, the thousands of locusts ravaging somebody's skin, and she's like, nope, don't remember that. Like, the giant tidal waves, nope. I was like, alright, fuck this, I don't want to see it.
Did you see that some of the countries in the Middle East have banned it from the cinemas in their country because of the historical inaccuracies? Yeah. Firstly, I'm not even sure any of it took place, so all of it's historically inaccurate. If you
No, it all took
okay,
place.
sure,
Banning Finding Nemo through scientific inaccuracies. Or
exactly, yeah.
To be fair, yeah.
It's like banning
we're
Toy
saying
Story
that
because toys don't really come to line.
We're saying that
Keep
as
your own
if, like,
choice.
yes, that's really regressive of them. But do you guys remember when the fucking, maybe it wasn't that bad in England, but Ireland's more of a Catholic country. But when the fucking Da Vinci Code came out, like, Jesus Christ, there were people from the church standing outside cinemas telling people not to go see it because it falsely depicts Christ and all of this shit. And like, I was just like, all right, whatever, man. It's a fucking work of fiction. What's your deal? But like, this is obviously the exact same thing that's happening there. I find that like really strange. I think censorship is a thing that we should talk about because the inconsistencies of it are incredible. Like, I remember when I was like 12 or something, and remember that Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag
What
song?
song?
I'm just a teenage
Yeah, so in that song there's a line where it goes, her boyfriend's a dick, he brings a gun to school, and they never censored the word gun, but when like 50 Cent comes along and mentions anything about guns, they censor it. And like, that's a double standard right there. You're censoring it with him because he's black. Like, that's literally the only reason that you're doing it. Like, he's talking about guns the same way the other guy's talking about guns, and you're just censoring that one because you think hip-hop is more dangerous than really nasal pop music.
Well, it's what it's associated with, because obviously,
Yeah, I know, but remember the song Hate It or Love It?
great song.
by G-Unit. Or no, it was the game. It was on the Games album. But there's a line in that where the game says, "Used to see 5-0 throw the crack by the bench. Now I'm fucking with 5-0. It's all starting to make sense." They bleep out the word bench in that song. And in 50 Cent's song Window Shopper, where he says in the dealership, they bleep out the word ship.
Why?
Part of the dealership. They bleep it out. Like, it's bullshit. It's just because he's a rapper.
So they leave in the bit where it says dealer.
Yeah.
Well, surely you would bleep out
exactly
dealer.
that. But he's talking about a car
Yeah,
dealership.
And he talks about crack, but they...
Yeah. I don't like. He says the word bench and they censor it. I don't understand censorship. It makes no sense, and it's because usually the censors are old white men who
Who were all murdered by benches, right? Like,
a bench fell on their pants.
yeah.
But it's bizarre. Like, what got me onto that rant?
I
What are we
have
talking
no
about?
idea.
Oh,
The
Exodus, yeah.
movie and
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
censorship of that. Yeah, it's a turning point. Like, if the Da Vinci Code came out now, no one would give a fuck.
Well, you'd hope
But
so
the
at
same
least.
way,
Like, you'd hope that the world's gotten slightly saner, but really, I doubt it.
I don't know. Recent events in Paris and stuff, probably hasn't, has it? Really?
Well, I'm talking about the Western world. Like, I mean, if it came out in Ireland, like, the Catholic Church has little to no influence at all in this country now, so I don't think it'd be the same. Like, and I don't even think they'd be able to recruit the numbers to protest at the fucking release of the Da Vinci Code. Like, protest the Da Vinci Code, but protest it because it's fucking shit and because Dan Brown is a terrible author and all that stuff. Like, don't be fucking bringing your religion into it. Like,
Yeah,
Religion
protest
shouldn't
it
have
because
anything
of
to
its
do with
art.
censorship.
Don't protest it because of its. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's your right. As it is art, you know, it's subject to
Yeah, exactly,
criticism,
yeah.
and that's fine, but not because of its whatever, like religion and all that. I don't know.
Well,
Because essentially, it's a movie and it's fiction. Even when they say based on true events or whatever, it's still they can get away with a certain amount of artistic license and make some of the shit up. You know.
Joe, it's still way more annoying when it's atheists who are like, "Oh yeah, this would never happen." Like, "Oh, look up religion, lol." Like, shut the fuck up. I think like the Bible, whatever about like, because I'm not theological. Like, I'd call myself agnostic, not really atheist, but definitely not in anywhere near worshipping any sort of god. But I find it really weird that the Bible actually has some incredible stories in it that are. Like, I don't mean incredible in terms of their artistic license or, you know, the metaphor or whatever. I mean, like, giant waves and locusts and, like, you know, death
yeah, I mean,
and rivers
Old
of blood.
Testament
Like,
stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm all about that.
Jesus,
give me that.
as is written in the Bible, is loosely based on a person that did actually exist.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Jesus, there is such a thing as the historical Jesus Christ. Well, no, I don't know if his last name happened to be Christ, but, like, yeah, Jesus was...
Well, it's Jesus of Nazareth, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
isn't it that the like things like the walking on water thing? He was like people. I'm imagining they're historians have like theorised that actually he was just quite good at swimming, and then it's
He
just
was like
become
the
like
Michael
Chinese
Phelps of his
whispers.
time.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no,
he was
but
like,
that's
he was
really
good at swimming,
possible.
and then people were just like, he can walk on water.
They say stuff like that about, like, don't they say about, like, I don't know, if you heard about, say, fucking, like, 5,000 years from now, and they talk about someone like George Best, and they'd be like, yeah, they say he could run rings around people,
Yeah.
then you would imagine him running rings, or, like, because metaphor gets lost over time, because language changes itself, and it's being fucking translated from a whole nother language as well. So, like, it is...
I think it's
I don't know.
beliefs. Problem is, people hold these beliefs on essentially what are Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
Because it's like getting passed on from generation to generation, and eventually they write it down, and then 1,000 years later, and then we're here now where we're talking about a guy with a tablet and rules on them and shit, and you're just like,
I think that's far more likely than the people who say, "Oh, it was invented by the Romans as a form of controlling the population and stuff like that." Like, I think religion itself as an abstract thing, as a subject, or as a just whatever, the intangible existence of religion has been manipulated over time to brainwash and make people do stuff. But I don't think it was created.
No, I
for
don't
that
think it
purpose.
was.
I think it was created from an artistic or poetic or some sort of literary purpose that tells a story about morality and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, like, I don't really know, but I heard a conspiracy theory once about Jesus that apparently, like, you know, the way he came back when he was like 30 or something, like he fucked off for a long time and there's no real detailed evidence of what happened to him for about 12 years or something like that. That apparently he traveled all over Asia and he came back as a Buddhist.
I thought he was going to say Vegas.
You know, or something.
He was in rehab.
Yeah.
He came back as a Charmander.
Yeah,
No, but like he came back as a Buddhist, and he had all of these like more peaceful philosophies and things like that, and that interests me a little bit. Like he came back as more of a turn the other cheek, and you know, don't rise to, like, basically a fucking stoned hippie.
You know what would be great
Jamaica.
is if he did the old Batman thing, went away, trained as a Tibetan monk, but also with
Yeah.
Liam Neeson in the mountains. You know.
He trained in the League
Yeah.
of Shadows, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's got to be blasphemous.
So what we're saying is that
Jesus is Batman.
Jesus is a Buddhist Batman.
Yeah.
We're basically saying that Catholicism is the only true religion. No, like the Bible has a lot of cool stories, and I'm glad to see that they're finally being made into movies. Because like that Noah thing, I haven't seen it yet, but I will, because I dig giant tidal waves and
Russell
like,
Crowe, innit?
you know, yeah, and Russell and Emma Watson too. Like, I like big, like I like the Day After Tomorrow, that giant wave that comes through New York and,
Oh, yeah.
and all that
Be into
stuff.
giant
like,
waves, aren't
you
you?
know. I'm just mad for a giant wave,
Yeah.
really.
What a weird fetish.
Yeah. Even when people wave at me, but like they use
All of the
their
arm. Oh, it's all
muscles.
about the whole arm wave.
Ooh.
Not having none of this
That's all
queenie
about,
wrist action nonsense.
No.
It's got to come straight from the shoulder.
Yeah.
Straight from the shoulder, straight from the heart.
You
That's
get
all I
full
say.
rotation in as well. One full rotation.
Like a windmill.
Yeah.
It's like you're directing planes at an airport.
Yeah.
Exactly that. That's the type of wave I'm interested in. I was once on YouTube doing that thing where it's 3 a.m. and you're browsing through YouTube, and I saw a scene from some Japanese movie about a giant tidal wave, and it was so amazing. It was like a 2.5 minute scene from a movie, and like there's all these high-rise buildings, and the water just fucking goes ham on all of them, but it was so over the top and so low budget and such shit CGI that it was just incredible. Like, and the acting was so bad, and it was amazing.
It was like just like 4 foot high buildings, but filmed in a way that looks big. Then someone basically just chucked a bucket of water down there. Like,
It's a Lego house, and it's put under the hot.
It looked like a really
in a
early
hotel
episode of Power
somewhere.
Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers! What a TV show! If you could bring back, what do you think would be the most ridiculous thing to give a gritty reboot to? Like, imagine the Power Rangers, and they're all like these disturbed children with like terrible, like horrible traumatic childhoods that decide to form the Power Rangers. And
turns out it was Dads for Justice or something. I don't know. It'd be a children's
yeah,
program.
it's hard to. Sabrina the teenager.
Yes.
Like, she practices in the occult and gets dragged into all this weird.
Human sacrifices.
Yeah. Saved by the Bell. Like, Kelly gives Zack an STD. I don't know about
That's the kind of thing I want to watch.
I would watch that.
What about the old fan fiction theory of Rugrats? Give a gritty reboot of that.
Yeah, that's so good.
I've
That'd
heard
be
that, but
Disturbing as fuck.
yeah.
What other... Some shows could actually be done well with a gritty reboot, I think.
I think
Have you
some
seen
shows
the,
probably haven't
Teenage
fulfilled their
Ninja Turtle reboot.
some probably haven't reached their potential, and like just completely starting again would probably wouldn't like help it.
Yeah. I think they should do a gritty reboot of The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Because that's the bleakest thing I can imagine, and I think it'd be amazing if they made it even
Yeah.
better. Like,
And then in 10
gritty
years'
reboot
time,
of
they went the
Requiem
other
for a
way.
Dream.
I made it really happy.
Yeah. Yeah, do you ever wonder about that? How, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, you had all these cheesy movies,
Yeah.
like Dirty Dancing and everything, and now, like, fair enough, yeah, we do have High School Musical, but, like, the most popular things at the moment are the really fucking dark
Yeah.
ones. Like, do you ever wonder what's next? Like, what will the next thing be? Because we're not going to go ridiculously happy.
I don't know.
are we?
But then I always
Not
think
gonna
about that.
Go, like, slightly
I think we
hopeful.
did that with the Batman movies are the best example of that. Like, Batman was really happy with like Adam West, like over the top, colourful, hilarious. And then
Slapstick
Michael
comedy
Keaton was
style.
Batman, and it went dark again. And then it went George Clooney, Batman nipples, Arnold Schwarzenegger, back to really colourful and gay. And then, you know, Christopher Nolan went back to dark again. So
Holy cultural phenomenon,
Yeah.
once more.
You really nailed that.
I know.
It's mad though. Like, I do wonder what the next thing will be, because I often wonder what it'll be like in, like, I don't know. Do you know the way you watch movies now and they're good but they're slightly dated?
Yeah.
Like, in like 30 years, there's no way they're gonna watch like Chris Nolan's Batman and not think it's just ridiculous how serious it all is. Like, the way like it's a guy dressed up in a Batman costume.
Mm.
And, like, they're all just so fucking serious about everything. Like, he goes to fucking... Where does he go to Hong
does.
Kong and, like, takes away that guy?
The banker, yeah.
And it's so serious, and there's no, like, comic relief really in it. It's mad. I don't think that'll be normal at all. Like,
Yeah, I think the Guardians of the Galaxy, like me and Jack were talking about earlier, that like is a movie that plays on laughs all the time.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I want to.
Yeah, it
Yes.
just plays for laughs. That, you know, even the serious moments, like at the end, I won't spoil it for you, but they have it like a dance off. You know.
Oh yeah, that is funny.
No, I don't want to see it. Fucking Marvel are doing a great job with that, the whole superhero thing. Like, they're killing it.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're literally killing it. They're killing the movie.
Beating it into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the cinema anymore because it's like, see a superhero movie or fuck off. Like, having said that, I can't wait to see that Birdman movie. That
Yeah,
looks
it does
so
look
good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
is that
see
the
it
one
on
that's
Friday.
meant to be shot in or one continuous take? Or it's meant to look
Yeah,
like it's
it's,
one continuous take.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's meant to look like that. That's so weird you say that, because my girlfriend's brother was talking about that today, and he said that he counted maybe... he said he counted less than 10 scenes where there could have been an opportunity to transition it to like another take.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And that was it. Like, other than that, it looks completely
Flawless.
Like,
Did
you
he?
know, yeah, if you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't know.
Did he say it was good?
I find that mental. How can you even do that? Like, now, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's mad.
Plus, it's got Ed Norton in
Yeah.
it, which is... He's the man.
Always good stuff.
He hasn't been in the movie for a long time.
Grand Budapest Hotel was probably his last big one.
Is that any good?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Solid film.
Really?
Yeah, I'll probably get an Oscar nod, won't it, for best movie, I guess, because I fucking love. Is it Wes Anderson?
Wes Anderson is great, yeah.
Yeah.
Have I ever seen a Wes Anderson movie?
Don't
What
know.
else has he done?
He just like the life of Steve Zissou or whatever that was. I think that was Wes Anderson.
He's not the guy who... He's not the other Wes. The guy who did, like, Scream and The Hills Have Eyes and that. With that Wes...
No.
Yeah, that's Wes Craven. Yeah.
Yeah.
His IMDb does look like a what's what of film shit, to be honest.
He does a lot of movies
Film
with Owen
shit.
Wilson. Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
like the Grand Budapest Hotel, the Royal Tenenbaums, Rushmore. That's all Wes
Oh,
Anderson.
he did fantastic, Mr. Fox.
Mm.
I've never seen any of those. I've never seen a Wes Anderson movie, that means.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit cray. I've never seen a movie from the guy who directed the There Will Be Blood either. Only learned that the other day. Gonna have to start watching some of them.
Who directed that then? Who directed
What?
There Will Be Blood? Paul Thomas
Uh,
Anderson.
Paul, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
Apparently
the
Magnolia.
Magnolia? Was that Wes
Apparently
Anderson as
that's
well?
good. No, it's Paul.
I was going to say. Have you guys seen the advert for that Ex Machina or Ex? I heard someone pronounce it as
Yeah.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Yeah. I don't agree with it, but okay.
That is how it's pronounced. It's directed and written by Alex Garland.
Mm.
He's my favourite author. It's the first movie he's ever directed. I couldn't believe that my favourite author is writing or directed a movie about my favourite thing.
Yeah.
The technological singularity.
Yeah, I thought you might be interested in it. I really want to see it. I think it looks quite good.
It's released next week, isn't it?
I think he wrote the
Screenplay,
script
didn't
he wrote the screenplay to Sunshine.
Yeah,
which
he did.
I
Yeah,
fucking love that movie.
there was
and he wrote
Eternal
the
Sunshine of the
screenplay
Spotless Mind?
for
no. What am I thinking?
Great film, though.
I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking of.
He did 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later too, and obviously The Beach. But he wrote the book for The Beach as well. Also he wrote the screenplay for Never Let Me Go, which is a fucking incredible movie.
He also wrote Dread, I think.
He did, yeah, Dread. That's
I like
another one.
Dread.
So like he also wrote, I think, the Halo. Was there a Halo movie?
I don't know, it got canned though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was working on that himself. But yeah, he's directed that and written that Ex Machina thing, and I'm really fucking excited for that. I only saw it on YouTube and all. I saw an advert before a video I watched, and I was like, I was about to skip it, and it said written and directed by Alex Garland, and I was like, I know that name.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the ginger fella. You know, the one, the protagonist, I guess.
Donald
Yeah. I'm quite a big fan of his. Like, you know, in the 2 or 3 things he's been in.
Yeah. He's in Never Let Me Go.
Yeah, I think so.
He's Brendan Gleeson's son,
Oh.
and he's got another son as well who's really good. They're all really good actors. I think he might have another son too. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie.
Yeah. What have you guys seen the adverts for Whiplash as well?
No.
Yeah, that generally people are going on about Whiplash, like Birdman, like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a guy.
He wants to be a famous jazz drummer.
Yeah.
And they're at college, and he's got a drum teacher who's a bit mental, and
It's
pushes
got
him
mild-
till his hands bleed.
Doesn't sound like Birdman.
No, but it's got that same sort of Oscar buzz, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Not that it's like exactly the same type of movie.
Yeah, I mean people are already talking about Birdman being the best film of the year, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Whiplash being described as a really gritty, like not dramatic thriller quite, but quite a gritty film about a jazz drummer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll
I don't
watch
know. I think I'd watch it. Yeah. It's got Miles Teller in it, and I think he's a really good actor.
So the Oscar this year,
He can do no wrong.
the Oscar next year will be between a man who's a bird and a drummer.
I think it'll be
into
this year.
jazz.
I think they'll probably get nominations, to be honest. I think they come in just in time before maybe the. You have to get it in before a certain date, I think. Like the movie
I
has to
figured
be
it would have
released
to
in
be
America.
released. I thought it would have to be released in 2013 at 14.
Yeah, but that's in America. It doesn't count for over here.
Oh, well, them films already out.
Yeah, I think so in America. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah.
Do you guys think Interstellar is gonna win a lot of Oscars?
Probably
Possibly.
not. They generally don't really like sci-fi movies, do they?
No, but the fact that it was released in November, I have a feeling that they did that so that they could go for an Oscar.
It might get a load of the weird ones like lighting and.
It could win Best Soundtrack
Yeah.
too, because of Hans Zimmer. I don't know though. I think Gone Girl, like that woman in Gone Girl.
Yeah, Rosamund Pike. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
She was really good.
Those are 2 films that I still haven't seen, and I still need to see.
Fucking
Yeah, I'd
hell.
recommend watching Gone Girl. It's pretty good.
And I recommend watching Interstellar and Gone
I wanted to
Girl.
see both of them when they came out, but I just never had time.
I still haven't seen
Yeah, I
Interstellar.
went to see them.
I've been meaning to watch it. But now all my TV shows come back out again, so I'm probably not going to find the time.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new TV show.
I've started
Awesome.
watching Dexter recently.
I can't be dealing with it.
It's
Apparently
alright.
it's got the worst ending of all time.
Yeah, it got a lot of shit for its ending. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
I
I've
read
heard.
about the ending, yeah. But I don't want to watch the show. I don't know. There's something about it I don't like. It just doesn't really grab. Like I've watched the first 4 episodes or something, and I was just, I don't know. It just didn't really do anything for me. And I see people say it's so good, and it makes me feel like I'm missing out. But I just can't be dealing.
I'm
with
the
it.
same with Breaking Bad though, so
Oh, you've got to watch it.
I've
Yeah.
watched about 4
Breaking
episodes,
Bad is
and
so-
I got so bored I actually almost cried.
Yeah, I did the same.
Yeah, but I did that in the beginning when it first came out, and then I waited until it
And the first
finished.
series is the worst of all time.
Yeah.
The hype has
Yeah,
killed
that's the
it,
problem
though,
for it.
me. Like, I can just never watch.
I mean, how much did I used to tell you about it? Until you.
Everybody that I know told me about it. Like, I went downstairs one day a few months ago and said something. I think I was telling my mum to watch Firefly or something, and I put all the episodes on a memory stick, and she was like, "Oh, why don't you watch Breaking Bad?" And I was like, "Fuck off. God Almighty! I get off Twitter to get away from this."
But I thought we learned earlier that your mum was on Twitter.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Did you see that thing I tweeted earlier? There's a Twitter account called El De Niro's mum, and it follows two people, Sports Center and Adele. It's called El De Niro's mom, and it's spelled my name with a capital E and everything. It's the worst.
Oh, the person who made that's probably listening. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of your work. Don't listen to her. Whoa.
Yeah. Will we? Do we have?
I think the podcast has reached its natural conclusion.
We didn't have anything to talk about in the first place.
How long have you guys been
I've
recording
just
for?
looked at the like 5 minutes before you came. How long have you been in the call for, Jack?
Let's have a look.
I love we said like 20 minutes or something and it dragged. So.
Well, I've been in the call for an hour, nearly.
Grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
an hour
3
minute.
minutes, half an hour at this point.
I've just looked at the album of the year category in the
Yeah.
Grammys, and Taylor Swift's not nominated.
You fucking what?
That's Ed
so
Sheeran, I imagine. They'll get it.
Yeah, sure.
Beyonce's there, which was a really good album, to be fair. Multiply by Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith, Pharrell Williams. Excuse me while I vomit. And Beck.
That's random.
Beck's an outside
Yeah,
choice.
Beck just does not belong
That's
there.
a name I haven't heard since that one episode of Futurama he appeared in. Fucking hell.
Beck's really good, but like I'm surprised
I
he's
mean,
in this category.
Taylor
really.
Swift not being nominated.
She's in Record of the Year and Song of the Year.
I think she'll win both.
Why are they different?
Yeah, what is the
categories?
difference between record and song?
They're the same. Hold on, they're the
Do you
same.
have to release it
They're the exact same.
on vinyl to be part of Record of the Year?
Well, Take Me to Church by Hosier is in Song
Christ,
of the
I
Year,
hate that song.
but it's not up for Record of the Year. But for Record of the Year, you've got Shake It Off, All About That Bass, Stay With Me, Chandelier, Fancy. Song of the Year, you've got Shake It Off, Stay With Me, Chandelier, All About That Bass, and Take Me to Church. So
Really, those are up for song of the. Those are the ones up for Song of the Year.
fucking Bastille are being nominated for Best New Artist. Is this year? Am I on the right? Is
I'm
this
looking at the
happening?
same thing, yeah.
How in the cunting blue? Oh,
How do they define a new artist? Like,
I don't
because
know.
clearly it's very different to how I'd define it.
I love it. It's just a bloke who goes, well, I didn't hear of Bastille last year. I did hear them this year.
I think you two are going to win Best Rock Album.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
amazing.
Did you see the fucking Rolling
Yeah, I
Stone?
know. I know we talked
named
about
its
this.
2 best albums of
Yeah.
the year. Fucking U2 and Bruce Springsteen. Oh, it's just laughable. And like, I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, but like, come on, his album was a fucking compilation. Of
Yeah, it was.
B-sides. So ridiculous.
It
mean,
was stuff basically he didn't deem good enough 30 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that standards have dropped, it's all
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Best Latin jazz album. Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Oh, definitely Julio.
That's correct. Oh, best contemporary Christian music album.
See, that could have been Katy Perry a few years ago. She was a Christian singer, wasn't she?
This is a segment where I add Christian to the show.
Yeah, and ask him about the best gospel album.
Yeah, I've literally added him in. I'm gonna ask him I'm gonna make this a weekly segment where we ask Christian something completely.
Oh, ask him
random that
about
we
best
made up.
metal performance. Ask him if it's Anthrax or
On my
Motorhead.
Skype, it's got the 4 pictures of the people I'm in the call with, and the last one's Christian, but they can't fit the full name, so it just says Christ, and the next one it says Ian. Oh.
He just said that he can't join.
He's too busy. He's too busy making his nominations.
Yeah.
He put a Facebook status up earlier saying he actually purchased extra items to avoid buying a cucumber on its own. I commented back saying I hope it was condom and lube.
Real quick, best rock album: Ryan Adams, Beck, Black Keys, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, or U2. Like, this is real. Like, other than the Black Keys, that could have been at any point in the last
25
20 years.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, they're still around.
Yeah. Hypnotic Eye. I swear to God, right? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers have a song called "Don't Pull Me Over, Mr. Policeman," I think it's called. Everybody just go and listen to it right now on YouTube. Open up a new tab, whatever you have to do, and listen to it. It's literally the worst song ever made. He tries to be like a fucking... He sings like a Jamaican guy in it. It's like, "Don't pull me over, Mr. Policeman." It's like, you're Tom
What are you
Petty.
doing?
What song does he have? What
shut the
famous
hell
song does he have? American Girl.
American Girl, yeah.
American Girl, Free Fallin', Refugee,
Don't come around here no more.
the what's it? The Waiting.
Yeah.
The Waiting is the.
I actually have
that
Tom
song.
Petty and the Heartbreakers' greatest hits. It's decent.
Yeah, so do
Yeah.
I. It is, yeah, it's alright.
What song does that remind me of? Reminds me of "Steal My Sunshine" by Len. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why that song just came into my head. That's because
American
it's on
Girl
Parks
is
and Rec,
Last Night
actually.
by the Strokes.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Best metal performance as well is like could have been at any point in the last 15 years. You've got Anthrax, Mastodon, Motorhead, Slipknot, and Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
It's
Are
got
they
to be
still doing
Tenacious
it?
D, innit? Oh.
Slipknot are actually in. They're playing in Dublin tonight. I was supposed to be going to that, but I didn't.
Could you like living or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, best traditional pop vocal album. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, Johnny Mathis, Annie Lennox, Barbara Streisand, or Barry Manilow.
What fucking year
my
is it?
God.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know what year this is. Am I
Barry
looking at like
Manilow.
1970 or something?
Barry Manilow.
Best
I love.
pop vocal album.
Yeah.
Coldplay, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith. It's gotta be Katy
Yeah,
Perry.
okay.
Yeah, that best new artist thing with Bastille in it is blowing my mind. I like, what are they on, like their third album or something like that?
Something like that.
Maybe their second. I don't know.
But is it just because they blew up in popularity? Because that can't be a reason why you would put it in best. You know. Because you want new, as in like Sam Smith. It's kind of new. Like it's his first album.
Yeah,
Are they
makes sense.
counting it as new in America?
Don't know.
I think they must.
They,
Maybe.
Yeah,
they must do.
guess
They
so.
must have just appeared on the scene in America.
No, apparently Bastille have gone mental in America at the moment. Like they've got like stadium gigs.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Or not stadiums, but like arenas, like proper arenas.
Didn't Jessie J move over to America because she felt unappreciated in England? She probably
Unappreciated because she's
unappreciated
shit.
because she's got a head squarer than a 90s television.
I used to really like her and like stand up for her all the time because I thought she was one of those like misunderstood types that was getting bullied for no reason, and then I learned that she is actually just ridiculously talented though. Like, what a voice, in all fairness, but what a fucking bitch she is.
To be fair, the best thing I've ever heard from her is the Shreds version of Bang Bang. So
Bang bang.
Yeah.
Bang,
I
bang
love.
to the room.
I saw a video of Scott Stapp from Creed watching his own Shreds video, and he didn't have a clue what was going on, but I don't think he ever does with anything. So, but it was pretty good. Best rap performance: Childish Gambino, Kendrick, Drake, Eminem, or Lecrae. It's got the Eminem one is Rap God, and Drake is 0 to 100, and Kendrick is I, and Childish Gambino is 3000.
I don't know. I really like Kendrick Lamar, so I would go Kendrick Lamar.
I bet they'll give it to Drake. No, I bet they'll give it to Eminem. Sorry.
No, they'll give it to Eminem, won't they?
I think Rap God does kind of deserve it.
Because it's so
much
different
as-
and so.
Very good, but Drake is. I think Drake is. I don't know. It's really hard. Kendrick, Drake, and Eminem.
Hmm.
Like in terms of who's hot right now and everything, and who's likely to win it. That's really
Yeah.
difficult to.
So hard right now.
I have a feeling they might give it to Kendrick because they fucking robbed him blind last
Yeah.
year. You never know. But yeah, fuck it. We
Was that you just dropping the mic?
Just leaving. Nice.
Done.
Do we need a traditional end to the podcast? Because we have like a beginning
No,
bit
you
where I
just-
come in and say, "Oh, sorry, no, L, you come in. Damn it, what have I
I
done?"
mean, most things have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
Ours just kind of has a beginning and then suddenly it ends.
Yeah.
It has a beginning, some things happen, and then it's over.
Yeah.
You should just say a woman is dead. That should just be the end.
A woman is dead.
There we go.
Good stuff.
A woman is dead. I could never repeat the first time that happened. I just never be as good as the first time.
Amazing.